I'm just checking. I'm just checking if you can hear me and see me. That's most important. Give me a thumbs up. Good. Thank you, Sandra. And let me put my glasses on so I can actually see you. Old age is a thing, right? All right. Wow. Wow. Good morning. This is like so filling for my soul. I can't even tell you. Just please, as other people are coming on in, I would love to know, just put your first name, tell me your name, tell me where you're from in the chat, and tell me one word that defines how you're feeling this morning. And we're all here to be the calm in the storm, right? So just be your vulnerable self and let me know one word that describes how you're feeling today. Sandra from Western Florida. Oh, so good to see you. Michelle from Jamaica. Wonderful. Sandra, feeling a bit pressured. The to-do list is too long. Doesn't that to-do list never go away, right? Hello, Christopher Perry. Carla from Tampa, feeling serene. How wonderful. Great, Carla. Raquel from Kingston, feeling blessed. Me too. Thank you, Raquel. Just feeling blessed. So, so blessed. Natalie from the UK. Awesome. Feeling blessed too. Joelle from Florida, feeling light. How amazing. Chris Perry from Pennsylvania. Worthy. What a beautiful word, Chris. And I really am going to call you out today and share something about our little experience, if that's okay with you. Sana from Toronto, feeling grateful. Brite, hello, Brite, super excited and blessed. Yes. Debbie from Kingston, grateful. Arlene from Toronto, my darling, feeling grateful amidst the turbulence. Yes, boy. Janice from Muskoka, Ontario. Oh, Janice, I want to go to Muskoka so bad. Feeling loved. How amazing. Angie from Nova Scotia. Hi, Angie. Feeling grateful as well. And from Queens, thankful. Camaria from Jamaica, Atlanta, grateful. Beautiful to see. So many old familiar names and faces, and then so many new people. I have goosebumps running up and down my arms. Lisa from Jamaica, feeling weary. Lord, girl, me know there's a lot going on. It's okay. It's all right. We've got this. Susan from the Blue Mountain. Hi, Sue. How nice. I wish I was up there with you. All right, everyone, keep putting in where you're from, and because it's just so incredible that we're all here together today. And one of my intentions is to stay on track because I feel like I have so much to share. Just a little housekeeping before we get started, and to let you know what's going to happen in this next 90 minutes together is just really we're going to set an intention for this morning. We are going to talk a little bit about the turbulence, as somebody just said, that we may be, or we are all feeling in the world, and what that may look like for you and what it means. And then I'm going to be teaching you a very powerful, simple, I was going to do 5 breathing exercises to teach you today, but I decided just one. We only need one at this time. That's very powerful that we can remember to use when necessary. And then we'll go into a short, literally a 30-minute from start to finish yoga sequence. That will be, can you spot me, please, Lauren? That will be something that you can return to. So when we send you this replay, we'll also just take out this 30-minute yoga sequence. So you have something at home that you can have for life when things get crazy and you just need to anchor and get grounded. So it'll be a very gentle, accessible yoga practice for everyone, and just something to help you feel grounded, okay? Then after that, I want to really talk about methods that you can use to upgrade your frequency, upgrade your energy field to be a match for this beautiful new birthing of humanity. So what we're experiencing, this turbulence, this uncertainty, this whole new wave that feels almost COVID-like. Thumbs up if you kind of feels almost COVID-like. This undercurrent of massive change that we don't really know what's happening or how to control it. We're going to talk about ways that you can be the calm in the storm, how you can be an energetic match, because what is really happening is we're birthing a whole new humanity, and we get to witness this. We get to choose to witness this, should I say. All right, so we'll be talking more about that. And then we'll leave a little time at the end just to let you know about some more offerings that I have. I had a divine download today, which I knew would come to me at the last minute, of a way that we could just like support each other over these next few days, in the next 21 days, which I think are going to be very important for humanity. And then we'll end with a meditation. All right. So I hope I'm keeping track on time. How does that sound to you? Sounds good, right? All right. So all you need to do is to relax. If you don't have a notebook close to your pen and paper, I'd suggest getting something now. If you don't have water or something to sip on, that would be a good idea. And of course, if you know me, if you have essential oils close by, that's always helpful. I see you guys. You know me, some of you don't though. So essential oils are just very dear to my heart. All right, so let's begin. We're going to begin with an activation, with a meditation, just to center us into this circle, this sacred circle. There are over 100 people signed up for this practice today. Some will be joining us live, some will be here on the replay. Wherever you are coming into this practice, I welcome you with all my heart, and I thank you for trusting whatever led you to say yes to just signing up, okay? This is a time where we just really, truly have to trust the instincts, trust the divine downloads, trust the coincidences, trust things that are coming to us that we're like, oh, I don't have time for that. That's not for me. But if there's this strong pull saying, do this, talk to this person, pick up the phone, this is a time when I'm encouraging you to follow your inner guidance and your inner intuition. All right. So let's begin with that activation. If you have oils, wonderful. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to pin myself so you can see me. All right, beautiful. So I'm using Breathe oil today, which is just one of my favorite all-time oils. Whether you have oils or not, please bring your hands together. Put some drops of oil in your hands if you have, and if not, bring your hands together in front of your heart and slowly start to rub your palms together, just slowly to begin with. While you're doing that, check in with your body. Is your spine tall? So if you're sitting in a chair, you'd want to put your feet flat on the ground to get grounded. If you're in your bed or on the floor in a cross-legged seat or some comfortable position, then that's wonderful. What's important though for alignment and energy and opening a circle is that your spine is tall and the crown of your head is lifting up towards the ceiling. So just really feel that, really feel as if there's a golden thread of light lifting your crown of your head up towards the sky. And while you're being lifted, you also have this sense of being rooted down and grounded. Good. So why I start with the hands always, and with the oils, if I have them, is that your hands are an extension of your heart center. So basically what you're doing is telling the body or the mind, I'm not here right now. I'm going to be here. So we're activating the heart energy. These hands are what hold, what love, what cook, what create, what, hug. These hands are all extension of this heart energy. So we're activating the masculine, the energy, the feminine, the yin, the yang, bringing it all together. Good. Now you can start to rub a little harder so that your breath starts to come in. Good. Now your eyes are closed. You know what's happening. You're breathing a little bit deeper. You're feeling that heat in your hands. And now let's speed it up for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you have oils, this is a time to just cup your hands in front of your nose and breathe them in. If you don't have oils, you can just put your hands on your heart. Or you can do a combo of both. Breathe in for a little bit, smell the oils, let them come into your body, and then put your hands on your heart. From here, we are going to just do 3 rounds of a breathing technique that I'm going to actually teach you more in depth later on, called the box breath. Simply, you're going to breathe in for a count of 4, breathe, hold the breath for a count of 4, breathe out for a count of 4, and hold the breath out for a count of 4. We'll go more in depth with it later on in the program, but this is just a way for us to initiate, okay? So the breathing is done in through your nose and out through your nose. What I invite with this breath work is when you're breathing in, I want you to think about the breath coming from the crown of the head, like we talked about, into the heart. When we hold the breath for the 4 seconds, I want you to sense that the breath is actually expanding or magnifying your heart energy. And when we breathe out, I want you to see the breath going from the heart out through the spine, down the tail, down into your tailbone, and released out into Mother Earth, taking away anything that is distracting you or not serving you in this moment or in your life. So you can think about what's happening in your life, and whatever it is that needs to be released, this is your opportunity to release it. And then you stay empty for 4 seconds, okay? Sorry about that. So let us do that together. I'll guide you on these first 3 rounds, okay? And then we'll practice this. We get a chance to practice this later on. So close your eyes, sit up nice and tall. Breathe in and breathe out normally, and just take a moment to just be in gratitude for every single thing that led you up to this moment, to this decision to show up today on Sunday, April 5th, I think. Geez, the 6th. I should know this because my 60th birthday is next Wednesday. I should know every day leading up, right? But I feel very timeless and boundless at the moment. But be grateful for everything that led you up to this moment right now, this decision to come together in community at a time when we need this so much. So breathe in and out. Feel the power of the like-minded souls that had the same calling as you. And just be grateful for them too, for being in this sacred circle with you. What I love about my community is it's diverse. There are no boundaries. There are no countries. There's no color. There's no class. We are one. And I want you to really feel how deeply sacred and unusual this is at such a time on earth when there's so much division. I thank you all for being here for that reason. Fills my soul. So let's center ourselves so we can open this circle with our box breathing. My meditation teacher also calls this the 16 seconds to calm. So whatever you want to see it, but if you're a visual person like me, you can see the breath as you breathe in, coming up one line of the box. As you hold, it goes along the other line of the box. As you release, it comes down the one side of the box. And as you hold, it closes the box. All right. So let's begin. Breathing in through your nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath in your heart. 2, 3, 4. Slowly releasing the breath all the way down the spine to Mother Earth. 3, 4. And basking in the emptiness. 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath in your heart. 2, 3, 4. Releasing anything that's not serving you. Let it go into Mother Earth. 3, 4. And being okay with the empty. 2, 3, 4. One more round now on your own with full awareness. You finish that last round. Take a few stabilizing breaths. And truly, truly be grateful for yourself for giving yourself this time and make a commitment right now. Let us bring our hands into prayer and let's set an intention to be fully committed to this next few hours or minutes that we have together this morning. Thank you for being here. Namaste. So I want to talk a little bit about what is happening in the world. And I want this to be interactive. So, but to just be honoring everybody. If you have a question as I'm speaking or a comment, I would love if you could put it in the chat for us and then we'll address it. Lauren, my incredible assistant, is here online. She'll be monitoring the chat. My glasses are twisted. She'll be monitoring the chat so she can see, and there will be a point where we can stop and have some Q&A, okay? I don't know if you want to pull up the slide now, Lauren, the first slide. Understanding the current uncertainty that we're feeling, okay? So Lauren is going to be pulling up the slide, which she is so amazingly done for me. And keep moving there. So what I want to say, if you've been feeling a tremendous amount of emotions, like I had said before, almost that feeling that we had when we were going into lockdown and we just didn't know what was happening, the uncertainty of life, and we didn't know what was happening, how to prepare, who to believe, what to trust, what to watch. I know this is kind of that same feeling right now, that same messaging that is happening for us. And I want you to know that the world, in its macro sense, the world is feeling that uncertainty. And therefore, we as the microcosms of the world, we're feeling it too. So it's not just you, and you're not alone. Please give me a thumbs up in the chat if that makes you feel a little better. I got the divine download, should I say, to host this masterclass and go online again, because I haven't been online, for so long. I mean, since, the end of COVID, when I was pretty much online almost every day. And I felt to do this because thank you, Amy. Yes, do give me some thumbs up and some feedback. It's really helpful. I felt called to do this because I can't reach everybody from where I am here in Kingston, Jamaica. And I know so many of you just want to know that it's okay and that we are not alone. And I just want you to know it's happening in the entire world. And so we're feeling it. In fact, this current uncertainty, turmoil, upheaval, unbelievable things that are happening, minute by minute in the news, another thing, this whole shaking of the earth, the earthquakes, the weather patterns, the conditions, all this stuff that is happening so fast has actually been predicted by the wisdom traditions for thousands and thousands of years. They have talked about this exact time, April of 2025, as being a pivotal time for humanity. Now, I'll always preface and tell you I'm not a shaman. I am not a guru. I am not a astrologist, but I've been in this world of healing for the last 30 years. In fact, next week, when I celebrate my 60th birthday, which is just so unbelievable to me, what is more unbelievable to me is I'm also celebrating 30 years of becoming a yoga instructor and being called to come home to Jamaica and share this wisdom with others. That to me is even more of a celebration than 60, even though I feel like 60 is a very big marker for humans. Because that means it's half my lifetime of sharing and half my lifetime of really learning and studying and trying to embody and be prepared for this moment right now. So what the wisdom traditions have been saying and what the astrologists have known and what the predictors of life have been saying is that what is happening right now is actually a really beautiful thing. We are actually birthing a new world. We're birthing a new humanity. Now, I know this may feel like or sound like a lot of woo-woo stuff, but in actuality, you may be feeling this and not understanding it. So I just want to help you to understand what is happening in your physical body. Right now, we are being called to upgrade our physical bodies from being more dense, more heavy bodies, more earthy bodies to being more light bodies, okay? So you may be feeling shifts in your body. I'd like to just call out my friend Chris Perry here, who is online, and Chris reached out to me. He is in Pennsylvania. I haven't, been in touch with Chris for a long time, even though he's always in my heart. And he said, I just need to make a shift. And I said, do a 30-day challenge with yoga. And I've been mentoring him just as a friend online on his challenge to do yoga every single day because he felt that call to upgrade his physical body into more of a light body. Bear with me if this seems a little woo-woo, a little out there. I am just a transmission of the knowledge that I have been prepared for to share at this time. Birth, any of you that have been through it, have been through 3, is not an easy process. That even the 9 months of carrying a new being in your body is not an easy process. It requires such faith and trust that what is happening is okay inside that little womb that is growing and expanding inside of you. We are being called very quickly now. There's no time to waste, to shed old ways of being that are no longer serving us. They can be, first of all, old patterns of thinking. There can be old relationships, and that might be very hard to face some of these things. It could be a marriage, it could be a family member, it could be a work situation. But we are being called really fast to look at the relationships that we are in and make decisions now. Like, I am done. All right, I'm done. I'm moving on. I love you. I thank you for the time, but I am needing right now to release this so that I can prepare myself for the birthing of a new me and the consciousness of a new humanity. Again, if all of this sounds confusing, please use the chat. I'll try to answer some of these things as we go along. I'm just here trying to channel what I've been given. What is happening right now is that we're at a crossroads, right? We can decide, we've been spent the last probably, at least definitely the last 5 years being led by algorithms, by what other people are paying a whole lot of money for you to think about more, all right? And what it's just the way of the world and the way of humanity, or the old paradigm, is keep people in fear, keep people in uncertainty, keep people in anxiety, and they'll want more of you, okay? What the new earth is calling is for sovereignty, is for you to decide what path you're going to choose, and for you to be brave enough, courageous enough to make those changes so that you can walk towards that new earth within yourself and within the consciousness of the world. So the question is always, what will you choose? This morning, I want to just share a little analogy. This morning, whenever I'm going to host something very big, whenever I need to hold space for people in a bigger way, I have to go and physically move my body. I have to walk. And there's this beautiful walk that I do every single day. Sorry, not every single day. It's my walk that I do when I'm doing something big. It's my big walk, my big thinking walk, when I gotta like really be in my energy and my sovereignty and receive divine downloads and messages and be with Mother Nature. So this walk is on this mountain behind where I live. And this poor mountain, since Hurricane Beryl, they can't fix the road. They cannot fix the road. I don't understand why. The total community of Treasure Beach, where I have a house, is completely put back together from Hurricane Beryl last summer. But somehow the government in Jamaica cannot fix this one mountain road that crosses over Jacks Hill into a shortcut from Jacks Hill into Ligonese. Some of you know it. It's called Tavistock. Anyway, the road got fixed. And in this morning, that's what I thought. And I've been away back and forth for a while. And I went for my usual upgrade walk. And lo and behold, there's caution tape everywhere. Don't go through it. The road is not fixed again. I couldn't believe it. There are tractors, there are boulders, there's potholes. They're like, this time, I'm like, I'm going through it, right? I am going through it. Okay, it may be dangerous. It may be uncertain. But the calling for this walk, the importance of this walk was more important to me than that little part in that road that was uncertain and scary. And I took it and I kind of slid a little bit and I walked over it and I got through it. Okay. This is what you're being called to do right now. You're being called, you see what's happening in the world. You would not be here in this masterclass if you didn't feel a calling for something higher. I don't think you'd have signed up. And the calling, or the question is, are you going to be able to make that turn, follow your path, and stay on that path, even though the caution tapes and the fear mongering and the don't go there signs are going to appear? And are you able to like lift? I literally lifted up the yellow caution tape and ducked under it. And on the other side, I walked over it and I climbed up these mountains of rocks and stuff as they're fixing the road. And I'm like, this is what we're being called to do right now. All right. If you choose a path to stay in the fear and uncertainty, that is, I hate to say it, it's not coming from me. This is coming from the astrology. This is coming from the wisdom traditions. This has been predicted in the Bible. If you stay in the fear and the uncertainty and in the algorithm that you are being exposed to every single day, then that path is a path of destruction. That path is the old world and the old paradigm. And right now, all the things that we're afraid of, all the things that you see happening, I'm not going to talk about politics here. It's not my thing. My thing is stay above the noise. All right. Because all of that is imploding itself. You don't have to do anything about it. You don't have to protest. You don't have to donate. You don't have to talk about it to other people. The best thing that you can do is just bless it and release it because it is imploding all on its own. Please give me a thumbs up if this makes sense to you, right? The old ways are self-destructing and destroying, all right? So we are, thank you, Amy, if we are going to allow ourselves to go that way, that's okay. But just know, thank you, this means a lot to me. If we're going to allow ourselves to follow that path, to be in somebody else's algorithm, then I am, I bless you and I hope and I pray for you. However, and if you decide, okay, I am going to go on my own path and my own sovereignty, I'm going to follow my intuition, my all-knowingness. I'm going to surround myself by people who uplift me and have my same values, and I am going to turn off the outer noise of the fear-mongering. Let me just open this door a second because there's no AC here. Little Jamaican breeze coming through. If we decide that this is what we are going to move towards, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. All right. I'm not saying it's going to be easy because we are literally in the gestation, in the womb phase of birthing the new earth, the new humanity, the new human being who is a more of a light being. And that birthing process, we're in the good part now. But this is a preparation. What I'm trying to say is prepare. If you think things are crazy now, prepare yourself for what's to come by being the calm in the storm. Because when you have to, when you're being pushed through that birth canal, it's going to hurt. It's going to feel so scary. And it's going to require community, trust, and faith. I want to just share something that I was listening to you as I was traversing that cautionary, the caution tape on this very unstable part of the road. And I'm like, I'm going through it. I was listening to one of my mentors, Pam Gregory, who is an astrologer, and she was interviewing someone. And I'm just going to quote from what they were talking about. So go back to 2020. Go back when we were in lockdown. Go back where it was just you and your family, or you and your partner, or you and your pet, right, in your home. And you were talking about, I don't know, dreaming about a place you're going to visit after COVID. And you were talking about where that would be. And then all of a sudden, you look up on your cell phone and go into social media, and up pops up that place that you were talking about it. Give me a thumbs up if anybody remembers that happening. And you're like, what the F? Like, is this phone listening to me? Then you put the phone just to test it. Stay with me. You put the phone just to test it in another room. And you had a different conversation about a different place that you wanted to go after COVID. And then all of a sudden you get back on social media, and that new place is on social media. Like, they're not even, it's not even like the phone has to be next to you anymore. You are being listened to. Okay. Now it's like you don't even have to say it. Anybody, you're with me. Thank you, Mandy. I knew you'd be with me. Now you don't even have to say it. You can even think it, Am I right or am I wrong? You can think about a thought and it shows up on your social media or on your algorithm, on your feed, whatever it is, YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or whatever it is that you watch. Yes or yes? Okay. For me, that's been like, what the hell? But it is actually the way that we are going to be communicating in the future as we become more light beings. I'm asking you, even though, so what that's saying to two things, what is that? What that says is that definitely what we think is what we create. All right. Somebody said this happened this morning while on the phone with a friend. I'm telling you. So what that is telling us, guys, and what I've been talking about forever and ever, 30 years of saying this, and maybe it's time like people will listen, is that I just want to keep on track here. I'm supposed to end this part of it soon. All right. Okay. I'm going to just end this and then we'll move on. Let me finish this train of thought. Is that what we are thinking, what's in our mind actually becomes reality. And that speed of what we're thinking that comes to reality is happening now like this, like this, like this, like this. So what does that tell you? It tells you to be so vigilant about what you are thinking, what you're thinking. Therefore, if we are thinking all the negative things that are happening all the time, and it is hard not to think about the negativity. It is really hard, especially if you are a sensitive, empathic person. But if you can catch yourself, this is about being the calm in the storm, being more mindful. If you can catch your thoughts, and this is what yoga teaches us, this is the whole cornerstone of the practice of yoga is being able to come to a place of non-judgmental awareness with more ease, because the mind is very judgmental. When you can catch yourself in that negative thought pattern, that fear-mongering, and bring it back to heart, bring it back to heart resonance. Yes, empathetic people, it's hard. But all of us have to come back to the heart so that we can remember, we can stay in that heart energy, so that we can be part of this new earth, new birth, new human, because it's going to be beautiful. All right. And what the astrology says, we need you guys to stay around in the most optimal state of health so that you can be a witness to this birthing of the new earth for your children, for your grandchildren, for your family members, so that you can be able to see where we're going to be in a world that is more about love than it is about greed and fear and disempowerment and division, and more about humanity and community. We are entering this stage. All right. So I know. All right. I just want you to know, if this is like total woo-woo stuff, thank you for sticking around. And I just ask you to just plant that in your mind and hold that in your heart, and just catch yourself. If it's one thing that you remember from this right now today, is what you think becomes your reality, and it's becoming quicker and quicker and quicker. It happens in seconds. So think beautiful thought, envision your future, see your future self. This could be a 5-hour masterclass. All right, we are going to move on to a breathing technique, the box breath that we spoke about. You can unpin me now. You can take off the slide, sorry, Lauren, and you can leave the pin. So the box breath is what we did in the beginning when we opened. So some of you were not here. I just want to teach it a little bit more how I use it as a day-to-day practice, okay? So it's very simple. Breathe in for 4, hold the breath for 4, breathe out for 4, hold the breath out for 4. What I've added to that is the energetics of it. So when I breathe in, the breath is coming from the crown of your head. This is where the yogis know that divine downloads, divine light, divine intervention, and whatever that means for you, if it's Jesus, if it's Buddha, if it's Allah, if it's Mother Nature, if it's higher consciousness, whatever it is, I know you know that there's something bigger. The opening for all of us is in our crown chakra. So see your breath coming through the crown into your heart. When you hold the breath, I want you to see it magnifying the heart. If you know about the heart chakra, the Anahata chakra, the color is green, and that's why I wore green today. And I want to just unblur my background so you can see the heart there, right? That's been my logo, my motto for 30 years, all right? So I've been preparing for this for a long, long time. Breathe into the heart, hold and magnify the heart energy. Maybe imagine or visualize that beautiful emerald green in your heart. When you exhale, see the breath coming down through the spine to the earth, through your tailbone, being released out into the earth and taking with you the old world stuff, right? The old habits, the old thought patterns, the old relationships, the old toxic workplaces or people that we want to release, right? Maybe this is just a way to invite that in. And then when you stay empty with the breath, right? That is learning how to trust. That is learning how to like, I have no breath in me, but I'm going to be okay. And then that pause between that holding of the breath before that next inhale is where the magic of your life is. That pause in the holding of your breath before you take that inhale is where the whole magic of your life is. That is the alchemy, the unknown, where you get to just sit in your own sovereignty. So let's do it together. We're going to do 5 rounds. I will guide you on the first 3, and then you'll do the last 2 on your own. All right. So find your comfortable seated position. After this, we'll take a 2-minute break, bathroom break, and then we'll go into our yoga practice. All right. So sit up nice and tall. Always, you want to have your feet planted. If you're in a chair or if you're in a cross-legged seat, wherever you are, your spine is tall, crown of the head over the base of the spine. All right. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And I want you to just feel what you're feeling right now. If you were to put it in a scale of 1, in fact, open your eyes, put it on the chat in a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being elated, amazing, flying with joy, 1 being, just what the hell is this girl saying? I feel anxious, I'm annoyed, I'm not in my best self. If you can just give me a number of how you feel before you do this box breath, that would be amazing. That would be really helpful. So 10, 4, 8. Thank you, guys. Just be you're honestly, I want to see some 2s and 1s too. I want to see some like, yeah. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just see how you feel. And let's see how we can use this breath to change our state. All right. What I like to do is to cross my hands underneath my armpits. So I'm going to bring my hands underneath my armpits. God, I look very muscularly here. I'm not that muscularly. It's the Zoom. All right. So that your thumbs are up. And why we do this is because you can use your fingers to really feel how deeply you're breathing. Because the more you breathe, you're going to feel your back ribs expand. Okay. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Close your eyes. Relax. There's nothing ominous about this. This is just an experiment. So take a couple of releasing breaths. Maybe breathe in. Open your mouth and let it go. Just find your center. Find tall. And let's begin. This breath, as you know, is done through the nose and out through the nose. So breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, holding the breath in your heart for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhaling what you do not need for 1, 2, 3, 4, and staying in trust in the emptiness for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding the breath for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Staying empty for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing in the light coming from the crown of the head all the way into your heart. Holding and magnifying the breath in your heart center, seeing that green emerald light. Exhaling, releasing anything that you don't want to carry with you from this day forward, down your spine into Mother Earth. Staying empty and trusting. Now, 2 more rounds on your own. I'll do them with you with full awareness. When you finish that last round, just breathe in and out normally. Check in back with your feelings. And when you're ready, open your eyes and just see if your number has changed and just put it in the chat. Nobody wants to come out of that feeling. So, or maybe you can just say, just give me a thumbs up if it felt better. Yes. Awesome. So that, my friends, is a little tool in your toolbox, that 16 seconds to calm. It can be just 1 round. It can be 5 rounds. It can be 3 rounds, but that is something I'm going to invite you to take with you. And that's an easy breath also to share with others who need it. Okay. So quick bathroom break for everyone. I'm going to run to the bathroom myself. While we get back, I'm going to give us 3 minutes, so make it quick. And we're going to get back to our mats for a gentle, gentle flow. A ground, I wouldn't say, I want to describe this as a grounding flow that you're able to have. We're going to record this for you, just this part, so you can have it at any time, just 30 minutes some a way that you can start your day. All right, so get yourself ready. I have to move my camera around a bit, so I'm going to turn my video off and my audio off, and I'll be back soon. Lauren, you could also maybe just keep the recording. All right. So another thing I wanted to say is, in that bathroom break, I got another divine download. Of course, when I looked at my watch, I want to be very respectful of your time, and I'm so grateful for your time. And so my divine download was, this is going to be a 15-minute practice that you can use anytime you need it, okay? So instead of a 30-minute practice, what I believe is going to serve all of us going forward is just 15 minutes, something you can wake up to every single day and just do this practice and feel grounded, connected, in a space of trust and in a consciousness where you're able to go do your thing, like do your thing, whatever it is that you do in the world, you're going to be able to have the energy and vitality to do it so much more with more joy and more ease. Okay, so this is a practice that you're going to have. All right. So if I'm going to turn this chat off so you can see me full screen. If you can't hear me from the back, please just say something in the chat, okay? If you have any big necklaces, you might want to take them off. One day I'm going to knock out my front teeth with my crystals. All right. So find your comfortable seated position. We're going to start with our oils. If you have oils or not, does not matter. We're going to activate. We're going to activate our heart energy. This is the most important thing that we can do at this time. So bring your hands together, rub your hands vigorously, close your eyes. Feel that energy running from your hands that are extension of your beautiful heart. Feel that energy flooding up your arms into your heart, awakening your heart energy. Good. And speed it up now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you have the oils, you can put them in front of your nose. Good, and breathe them in. If you don't have your oils, just simply place your hands on your heart. And we're going to do the box breath together, just one round to bring us out of the mind, the thinking center, and into our hearts. As we breathe in, feel the breath coming through the Sushumna, the crown of the head, into the heart center, into the heart chakra. As you hold the breath in the heart, feel it being magnified, your energy, your awareness in your heart being magnified. And as you exhale, see the breath taking away anything that you do not need, any distractions, any old patterns, any negative beliefs or habits. See it taking away what you do not need. And then allow yourself to be in those 4 seconds of absolute bliss and calm. Okay, so we're going to do, actually, let's do 3 rounds. All right. So breathing in, drawing the breath from the crown of the head, the Sahasrara, I said it wrong in the beginning, into your heart center. Holding the breath in your heart, feeling it amplify and magnify your heart. And then exhale and just see the breath taking anything that's not serving you down through your spine, to the base of your spine, into Mother Earth. And then exhale as you stay empty in this place of trust and alchemy. Again, breathing in, light coming, breath coming, divine information coming in through the crown of the head into the heart. As you hold it in the heart, feel it expanding, magnifying. And as you exhale, just feeling and sensing anything you don't need that's not serving you being released to Mother Earth. She's waiting for it. And then stay empty. Stay in that void. One more round on your own with full awareness. And you finish that round, inhale deeply, take your arms overhead. Take your left wrist with your right hand, breathe in, reach up, and as you exhale, reach over to the right. Good, kind of reach out of your side body, let your right shoulder come forward, your left shoulder come back. Look up at that place where the wall and ceiling connect and breathe into the whole left side of your body. Activate and open your left lung, your left ribs. Good, keep pressing down through the left sitting bone. One more deep breath in, exhale it out, and inhale, pull yourself back up to center. Good. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Good. Turn your left shoulder a little bit forward, right shoulder back. Root down through your right sitting bone and your right knee. Good. And keep breathing into the whole right side of your body as you open and activate the right lung, right ribs. Good. Grounding through your sitting bone. One more big breath in. Exhale all the way, and then inhale, come on up, and exhale, release the hands. Beautiful. From here, walk the hands out in front. So walk your hands as far forward as you can get, right and left, right and left. Maybe they don't get as far as mine do. Inhale, come up onto your tippy fingers, and exhale, just bow into Mother Earth. Good. Let's do that a couple of times. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy fingers, and exhale and just bow to Mother Earth. One more time. Inhale, peel the chin off your chest, lift up into a flat back. Maybe get the right hand out a little bit more and the left hand out. And then make an audible sound with your breath. Breathe in deeply and exhale, ha, as you release all the way down to the mat. And stay there, stay there. Rooting your sitting bones down, extending the fingertips forward, stretching your spine. Good. One more breath. Exhale it out, and then inhale, slowly, slowly walk yourself back. From here, you're going to roll forward. If you're sitting on a cushion, you can move it away. And you're going to roll forward onto your hands and knees. Good. Moving through some cat and cows, but being very mindful of hugging the belly button to the spine, really keeping this core engaged. Everything right now is about how we hold our center. How we be the calm in the storm is because our center is so strong, okay? So keep that strong center. Take a deep breath in, look up, chin up, tailbone up. Exhale, round your spine, chin to chest. Two more, inhale, look up, chin up, tailbone up. Feel the heart stretch, the throat stretch, the abdomen stretch. Exhale, round your spine, empty the body of breath. One more, just warming up your spine. Deep breath in. Exhale and hold it now, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Curl the toes under. Inhale deeply and exhale. Float the knees off the mat. Press the hips back and come into downward dog. Good. And just play with your downward dog a little bit here. Right and left, pedaling the legs, waking up the back body. Remember, tight hamstrings are a sign of holding on to the past, and there's no time for that. Good. Moving your body, just being in this upside down shape where the head is hanging below the heart. So the head can't rule, it's a heart ruling. Breathe. One more breath. Exhale, drop both heels down. Inhale, look up between your hands, take the right leg up, and then swing the right foot forward or help it forward. Whatever you need to do. Maybe you got a hook underneath your right arm, but bring that right foot forward. Beautiful. So you're in a runner's lunge position. Bring the left knee down, release the toes. Nice. Inhale here. The invitation is to come up onto your fingertips, your tippy fingers, and to drop the hips and lift the heart. Drop the hips, open up the hip flexor, and lift the heart. Good. One more breath. Bring the palms down. And then let's activate the legs a little bit. Remember, the legs are your foundation of the body. So inhale deeply here. Exhale, extend through the heel. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend. One more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend, and hold it. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take your left hand to the inside of your right foot. Draw the tailbone to your pubic bone so there's a little rounding of the spine and your core is engaged. Deep breath in, take the right arm up to the sky. Good. Find your beautiful twist and make 3 big circles. Take your time. If you have anything going on with your shoulders, you can put your hand on your shoulder. Take your time and now switch directions. 1, remember to breathe. 2, and 3. Beautiful. On the next breath in, bring the right hand down. Take your right foot back to meet the left. Come into your strong plank because you are strong. Drop the knees down. Pull your elbows back. Bring your chin and chest to the mat. Slide your tummy onto the floor and press up into your cobra, shoulders away from the ears. It's really about pulling the elbows in and letting that heart shine open. Good. One more breath. Exhale it out. Inhale, curl the toes under. Exhale, press into a strong plank because you are strong and a lot stronger than you think you are. And then exhale into downward dog. Take 3 deep breaths in downward dog, breathing in through your nose, and I like audible sound. Ha! Through your mouth. Ha! Ha! Remember, we are not in normal times, everyone. It requires real spiritual practice here, real spiritual fire. Beautiful. On the next breath in, take the left leg up to the sky. Bring the left foot forward, help it forward, shove it forward, whatever you need to do. Bring the right knee down, release the toes. Inhale here, the invitation. Come onto the fingertips, drop the hips, lift the heart, breathe, smile. Let there be an opening in your chest. The heart is smiling. The heart wants you to move. Good. One more breath. Exhale it out, palms down, activate the legs. So curl the right toes on the deep breath in. Exhale, press through the right heel. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend like you're feeling energy coming through the left knee and out through your back right heel. One more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, extend. Hold it now. Squeeze the inner thighs. Slightly round the back so the tailbone tucks into the pubic bone. The core is engaged. Right hand to the inside of the left foot. Take the left arm to the sky. Good. Take your beautiful twist. Breathe, guys. Breathe into this. Breathe into this. You're also activating your digestive system here in this twist. 3 big juicy circles with your left arm. Remember, if you have shoulder issues, you can rotate, put your hand on your shoulder. Be gentle. Be aware of your body. Meet your body where it's at. Good. And just breathe it open. Good. One more breath. And exhale. Bring the left hand down. Beautiful. Bring that left foot back to meet the right foot. Come into that strong plank. Lower knees, chest, and chin. Come all the way to the earth and just feel for a moment. In fact, bring your head down. Make a little pillow with your hand. Turn your head to the right side. And just take 3 deep breaths there. Feeling your belly connecting to the earth. Grounding to her beautiful motherly energy. Your heart rate could be a little elevated. Just breathe it back down. Be in a state of grace and gratitude. And then on the next breath in, we're going to bring both your arms out. Your heels are touching, but your toes are away. So just to give you a visual, heels are touching, toes are away. Okay. We're activating the back body here and the core body. So heels touch, toes out, tuck the pubic bone down into the earth. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, pull your elbows back towards your side body. Open up your heart. Inhale and release. Deep breath in. Exhale, come up. Hold it. Inhale and release. These last 2 now we're going to add the legs. So inhale as you lift the upper body, lift the heels off the mat. Bring your heels towards your seat. Deep breath in, squeeze. Exhale and release. Yes, you can. Last one. Inhale, squeeze, open your heart, bring the heels towards your seat, activate your back body. Exhale and release. Beautiful job. On the next breath, hands underneath your shoulders. Exhale, press into your child's pose. You can choose to bring your hands in prayer and fold your prayer hands behind your head. Or you can bring your hands around by your feet and hold on to your feet. This is a beautiful way to ground. I love my prayer hands behind my head because it senses or it brings my heart closer towards the earth. I also love just holding on to my feet and being so grateful for these feet, just feeling the stability of the feet chakras. Take a couple more breaths there. And then on the next breath in, wherever your hands are, bring them back underneath your shoulders. Good. Press into your shins, come up to all fours. Inhale, curl the toes under. And exhale, come into downward dog. On the next breath in, walk your feet up towards your hands. Take your time, bend your knees as much as you need to. Good. Now curl the tailbone to the pubic bone. Keep your core massively engaged. And the slowest one wins a raise here as you come on up, stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. Head coming up last, arms coming up over your head. Good. And then bringing the hands through the center line of your body, back to prayer at your heart. We're going to end this with a breath of joy. This is so important for these times that we're in. So separate your feet so they're hip width wider than your mat, sorry. Nice and wide, toes slightly pigeon-toed in, heels out. Many of you know this breath, so feel free to get started. For those of you that are just doing it, 3 sips of breath in, 1 big breath out. So it looks like this. So breathe in through your nose, breathe in through your nose, breathe in through your nose. Let's go. Do the best that you can and forget the rest. We're just moving energy. Let's do 5 more. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. More. Last one. Stay folded. Stay folded. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, interlace the fingers behind you. Bring the palms together, squeeze your shoulder blades together, walk your legs out a little bit more if you need to. Inhale, find your strong core, come up to a flat back. Pull the shoulders away from your ears, the crown of the head towards me. Deep breath in and then open your mouth, bend your knees and fold forward over your legs, roll the shoulders back away from your ears, let your head or your neck get long, let your head get heavy. Shake the head out, shake it out, relax your jaw. Shake it all out for 5, shake your head, 4, shake it all out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale, keep the squeeze on your shoulders and palms, keep the knees bent, hyper engage your core. Slowest one wins the race again as you start to stack vertebrae upon vertebrae. Slowly, slowly, the head comes up last. Only when the head comes up, release the hands. They should feel weightless like angel wings. Let them float up over your crown. Bring the feet together and just stay here for a moment in mountain pose. Take 3 deep breaths. I am rooted, I'm grounded, I'm limitless in possibility. I am the calm in the storm. I am the calm in the storm. I am the calm in the storm. Deep breath in. Exhale, let your hands slide towards your heart. Separate the feet so they're nice and wide again, toes out. Find yourself into a squat. I know this is not easy, but we should be able to do this. Use a wall if you need to, every day for grounding. For rebirthing, remember, we're rebirthing. This is a pose of birth and rebirth. You want to be here for 3 deep breaths, perhaps repeating the mantra, I am the calm in the storm. Whatever you have to deal with on this day, you have got this. You are this. You are the calm. Take one more breath. Exhale it out. On your inhale, slowly use your core strength. Lower yourself down. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, plant, root your feet down. Come all the way down to your shoulder blades. Deep breath in. Exhale, offer the arms up. Just 2 more. Really think about, how can I become the strongest person in the world from the inside out? Good. This is not a time for the physically fit. This is a time for the spiritually fit, but it starts here in the core. Inhale deeply. Exhale, come all the way up, lift up, offer your heart up. And then inhale, slowly take your time here, lower down, bone by bone, vertebrae by vertebrae, feeling that strength, feeling that power, feeling that control that you have until your head comes down. When your head comes down, keep the left leg where it is, bring the right knee into your chest, give yourself a big hug. Good. Bring your right hand out to the side and bring your right foot on top of the left knee. Deep breath in, use your left hand to guide the right knee across to the left. Maybe inch the left shoulder a little bit more to the left, turn your head to the right. Good, give yourself a couple breaths here to just rebalance, reset your spine. Remember, your spine is this column of intelligence that runs up the center line of your body and literally controls your life. So keep it strong, keep it flexible. One more breath. Exhale to your furthest point. Inhale, bring that knee back up. Good, extend the leg up. Kiss your right knee or blow it a kiss. Release your right leg down. Bring the left knee in and hug it. Squeeze it tight. Also activating the left side of your colon. Good. Bring the left foot to your right knee, left hand out to the side. Deep breath in. Guide the left knee over to the right. Inch the right shoulder, couple inches to the right. Turn your head to the left. Breathe, relax, let go. Just feel your spine lengthening as you inhale, north to south, and twisting as you exhale, east to west. One more loving breath like that into your spine, just coming back into balance. And then inhaling, coming back to center, lifting the left leg up, kissing or blowing. I have to blow on this side. I have to blow, coming all the way down. And then bringing the right leg up to meet the left. Bringing the arms up, point your toes, flex your feet, point and flex and point and flex. Make 3 big juicy circles with your ankles. Change direction. And we always end with a Shakti shake. And I'm going to tell you why this is important. So release your hands from your feet and just shake it out. We have just a few seconds here. Shake so vigorously you feel your hands shaking off your wrists and you feel your feet shaking off the ankles, and you can shake your head and you can shake your booty and you can shake it all out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And when you shook it all out, drop. Deep breath in. You stay there on the floor, make any little adjustments that you need to for your Shavasana. This is where you get to absolutely surrender and let go. In this pose, there is no ego. Ego is that very important part of ourselves that we have to keep in track. It's the one that likes to tell us we need to be somebody else. We need to be somewhere else. We need to be doing something else. And where we are right now, I want you to be right now for the next minute in the state of the most absolute loving awareness of your own magnificence. So breathe into your heart center. Feel that expansion in your heart that you've created today. Feel that gratitude in your heart for everything that's led you up to this moment. And feel that overflow, that sense of being so filled up that there's an overflow of gratitude, an overflow of love that is spilling out from your heart and flooding every tiny cell of your being, activating, changing your DNA, upgrading your body, upgrading your biology, upgrading your physiology into this new human that is preparing for this new earth, one that is filled with love, community, connection, compassion, beauty, abundance, prosperity, partnership, where we are living as we were meant to be back in the age of the wisdom traditions, going back to community life, going back to growing our food, going back to trading our gifts, going back to where we came from. For the last few moments, just bathe in that awareness and just let your cells bathe in that awareness and feel yourself being upgraded. Feel yourself becoming more light, more crystalline, more love, more joy, more alive, more abundant, more peaceful. See yourself as the calm in the storm, like a lighthouse beaming out when the seas are turbulent and the boats are rising and falling in the waves. You are that beacon of light that is guiding everyone. See yourself as that light. If you'd like to stay there, stay as long as you like. If you're ready to move, wiggle your fingers and toes, let the awareness come back to your body, to your breath, and to the light, embodying that imagery of the lighthouse, the guide for those that love you in this chaos, not to feed into the negativity, but to be the symbol of surety and safety. You are the light. Slowly, my friend, when you're ready, if you're ready, roll over to your right side and come into fetal position and just really feel that lightness of being. When you are ready, press yourself up by extending the left arm and the left leg and just come back up to where we started, into that meditative seated position. Bringing the hands to the heart. And just repeating the mantra out loud. I am the calm. I am the calm. I am the light. Inhale. As you exhale, drop chin to chest, head to heart, thumbs at the third eye, your wisdom center, your inner light. Namaste. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Lauren, you can pull up the next slide now. And I would love to know in the chat, how is everyone feeling? Not able to access the chat. I'm going to remove my pin. I just love you to put me a thumbs up if that served you and if that's something you think you could use. Of course, oh my God, I am terrible, terrible with time. I'm actually in this state of timelessness consciousness that my first guru would talk about. I'm like, what is he talking about? I thought I would give you a 15-minute practice. Do you know how much minutes that was, guys? That was 28 minutes. I'm so sorry, but we can do this, right? It's 28 minutes. All right. Okay. I want to continue here. How to upgrade your, thank you, everyone. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. So this last piece, and I'm going to try to move through this as quickly as I possibly can, is about, it's just really my blueprint for what I do, because I've been feeling all the feels that you have been feeling. It has been very hard for me to be the calm in the storm. So everything that I'm sharing here comes from what I use. So stay in that heart energy. This is the most important thing. Notice, be sovereign to notice when you're out of the heart energy. And then in those 3 deep breaths or using the box breath, you can come back to your heart energy. When you're in your heart energy, you help others to be in their heart energy too. That is the meaning of namaste. Okay, namaste means I bow to the light in you. It also means that thank you for being your light, because your light inspires me to be the light too. So when you stay in that heart energy, you don't have to say anything to anybody. Your frequency changes, and your frequency then changes the frequency of everybody around you. Do you understand? This is how powerful you are. Make an experiment. The next time you have a gathering with people, you feel a little off, go into your heart energy. Don't say a word, and just notice how you're able to change the frequency of a whole room. So when people start talking mongering and politics and blah, 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 you go into that heart energy and just you change the whole narrative. It's amazing and so necessary right now. I also want to say something very important. In this time, you're going to feel moments of tremendous heart energy, and then you're going to feel the crash. All right. Woo, I'm doing this. I feel great. I am being the light in the world. And then all of a sudden the next day you wake up and it's like, can I stay in bed for the rest of the day? The more that so we're going to go through these waves, and this is life, and this is yoga. It teaches you how to ride the waves of life with equanimity and stability. However, the more you train yourself to be in the heart energy, the less the waves are going to come. They will come. There is you can't get away from the waves. This is life. This is what it means to be human. Okay, this is where spiritual beings having a human experience are going to be those downs, and there will be the ups. But the way that we train ourselves to be in that state where it's not too high or too low is to be in the heart energy. Okay. Ways that I do this. Number one, every single day, begin your day with the sun on your face to set your circadian rhythm. So as you wake up, I'm going to put this out there as a challenge. Go outside, put your bare feet on the ground, ground yourself, and sit or stand or whatever you need to do in the sun, full body, and allow that frequency of the solar power of the sun that we're meant to feel, not to be shading ourselves with chemical sunblocks. Okay. Feel that energy, let it come into your body. Take your breaths and begin your day that way. It sets up your circadian rhythm so that you can balance yourself through the day, and that towards evening you start to come down and you can have proper rest. We can't do this life right now, guys, without sleep. Okay. We can't do it without rest and repair in the evenings. The next step is whatever meditation is for you. It could be your prayer book. It could be a guided meditation. I listen to guided meditations. Always reach out to me on WhatsApp or Instagram. What do I listen to? It's all there. But make sure you are putting into your mind what you want to hear and not what somebody is paying millions of dollars for you to hear. Okay. The worst thing you can do is pick up your phone and start to scroll in the morning. First thing as you wake up, prepare yourself from the night before, have your headphones by your bed, know what you're going to do, set your alarm if you have to get ready for work and you're going to be busy, wake up 10 minutes earlier so you can meditate and put into your mind and your consciousness what you want and not what somebody else is trying to tell you. Right now, my friends, self-care is not a luxury. It is a necessary. It is necessary, okay? Self-care doesn't have to mean going to a day spa and spending millions of dollars. It means listening to your body when you're tired and resting. It could be as simple as setting a bath, going back to the old ways of bathing, Epsom salts, which help to detoxify and cleanse negative energy. For me, the biggest practice of self-care is walking, going out in Mother Nature. That to me is priceless. So find a moment every day, every single day, if it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, to be in Mother Nature, to go outside, to go for a walk, to get out of your head and just listen, follow your body and listen to the rhythm of your breath and move your body. For those of you that have been following me for a long time, you know what I mean about your hour of power, okay? Set your mornings up for your hour of power. If you don't know what that is, give yourself that first hour. And for some of you, it could be the first half an hour. I know some of us are raising kids. Some of us have jobs that we have to drive hours for to get there. Some of us already don't have any time. But whether it's your hour of power, 15 minutes to just survive, give yourself that 15 minutes every day to start your day in meditation, in prayer, with the sun on your face, breathing, doing your box breath, being in gratitude, feeling the DNA of your cells shifting, becoming more light, more crystalline, keeping your heart open. You know, I'm going to say this, be so mindful about what you're putting into your body and where your food is coming from. We're going into some serious times, guys, some serious times. So in COVID, I started growing my own food. I'm pretty much, 80%, I wouldn't say 80, maybe 80% of what we're eating now comes from the garden. Not everybody can do that. I'm blessed to live in Jamaica. I have some land. I can do that. Be so mindful of where your food is coming from. Try to eat food from where you live. Go to your farmers market, support your local growers, put foods from the earth into your body and stay away from the processed foods. You're actually using that food to mess your brain up. All right. That's a whole nother webinar. Okay. Be so careful about not just what you're putting into your body, but what you're putting on your body. Really check the ingredients about what you're buying. Try to just be as natural as possible at this time. Every little thing that you do builds on everything. Okay. It's compounding effect. We are not, if we wake up if we start stacking these habits of, I'm waking up with the sun, I'm in the sun for 10 minutes, breathing, meditating, listening to something or praying or whatever it is that you do, I'm grounding before anything else. Then I'm really being mindful about what I'm putting into my body, and I'm fueling my body with foods from the earth foods, real food things, right? And I'm putting onto my body. I'm very conscious about what I'm putting onto my body, right? It's stacking things, stacking your habits so that we start to become that more conscious human being that we need to be. Another thing I want to say, which might be quite shocking to some of my community, but I'm going to say it anyway. Eat more protein. Sharon Feanny, who wrote a best-selling plant-based cookbook called The Live Fit Kitchen. It's on Amazon. You can get it. It is the best cookbook on earth. If you don't have it, highly recommend it. But in the last 3 years, it has come to me through divine downloads that as we get older, as especially for women and men, we need to be eating more protein. I know this may seem a little counterintuitive at this time. It may seem against what you've known or believed in all of this time. I'm just telling you from what's coming from me. Like, the animals are, if you're eating, obviously pasture raised, as humanely raised as possible animal protein, it is actually helping to ground you in this stormy time. Okay, that's a very controversial topic. I'm open to everything that anybody wants to say at another time. Thank you for saying it's the best cookbook. I'm still 100% fully plant-based, but I've added more animal protein to my diet, to my nutrition, should I say. And it has really helped me from being a little too out there to being very grounded in my physical body. And that is so, so important. And the other thing is, I want you to come away from this feeling extremely positive about the way humanity is going, and with tremendous faith, knowing that everything that you see on the outside that looks like, oh my God, how are we going to get through this? That's being dismantled, okay? You have to trust that if you don't buy into it, step away from it, step back and be the observer of it, the mindful observer of it, you will realize that it is self-destructing itself. You don't have to worry. Do not be in the fair. They're not going to take away your citizenship and your passports, and they're not going to do this and do that, right? Be in the light. Be the light beam. Be that beautiful lighthouse in the stormy seas. Stop being in the fair, because that's exactly what they want, and be in your sovereign self. Be the calm in your storm, and get really clear. In fact, after this, I invite you, thank you, Sandra, follow your gut, use your critical thinking. I invite you after this to just write like 5 words. What do I want in this new earth for myself? What does that look like for you? Maybe it means moving to another country. Maybe it means, ending a relationship, starting a new one, starting a garden. How can we all be lights for our communities? This is so important. How can we be lights? And then the last thing I want to say is, find your tribe wherever you are. We are from all over this earth right now listening to this, right? And there will be many of you listening to this replay. Find your communities, find your tribes, find the friends that uplift you and bring your vibrations up, and stay there and recognize the tribes or the people that you follow online, or it could even be family members that bring your vibration down. And there's some people you have to be around, but you lessen your attention. You put less of a focus on that and more on the people that are expanding your consciousness, the tribes, the communities that are expanding your consciousness. That is how we breathe into Mother Earth. That is how we birth Mother Earth. So bring in that into your own community. Or my friends, this is a time, if you are a leader, somewhat of a spiritual leader in your community, this is a time to step up and be the leader in your own community. Step up and open up and share and be vulnerable and say, you know what? I'm going to make my own community. I've had to do this in Jamaica my whole life. Like, I've had to create my own vibes and my own tribes. Do it wherever you are. So just really quickly before we end, first of all, are there any questions? You could take off the screen now. Lauren, thank you so much. The slide. And I just want to know if there are any questions or comments or anything anyone wants to share. Please just unmute yourself. Hello, Marky. Please unmute yourself and let me know if you have any comments or questions. Yes, Sandra, go ahead.
Afternoon, everyone. I wrote way earlier, Sharon, that I find I've had to do a lot of head work to get through the madness that's upon us. That whole fake it till you make it kind of thinking, we were taught about that a long time ago. And so in my conversations, I have kind of likened a lot of what I observe going on to, I comfort myself with several thoughts. And one of them is, we've kind of been this way before. The world has passed by this way before. I have to remind myself. We were not alive then, but I tell myself the people who lived through those upheavals, I imagine must have felt a lot like we do now. And I articulated in the chat during the women's suffrage movement, we see movies where women had to go into hiding because they were trying to get the vote. Certainly during the Civil War in this country, certainly during the civil rights movement, people were in so for me, that's one of the stabilizing steps that I use, that we're not the only ones who've been this way. Certainly, I think there's added pressure on us because in a flash, we get information. Back then, it took 2 months, 3 weeks, for information to get out. I remember growing up in Jamaica where sometimes reading the newspaper, I would realize, yeah, this was 3 weeks ago that this happened. That is no more, right? And so I'm just sharing that because it's one of the many ways that and then I told my husband recently, you're allowed one topic per day. You can't come to me with any more than one. We all need to talk, but I can't listen to every topic you have heard of. No, one. So the other day I said, okay, what's the one? He said, no, I'm not talking. So humor as well, I find. But thank you so much for everything that you've brought my way. I'm grateful.
Thank you, Sandra. And thank you for those great teachings right there and words of wisdom, the humor, and also the remembrance that our ancestors went through so much. We've been here, done that. And we are in some incredible, challenging times because, as you said, it's so fast. So yeah, being the calm in the storm. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to say a little share? So important for us to share and to be vulnerable.
Thank you, Sharon. This was a wonderful experience and it was so timely. I'm still in awe and goosebumps and tears and everything was involved, and I thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for
everybody who is here.
Thank you. This is a time like to really tap into like, okay, that sounds like something I should do. Just do it, So thank you for following that. Amy, you raised your hand.
Yes, I wanted to thank you so much. I love the practice. My grandson was here. He was actually sitting down on the mat, and he's on the autism spectrum. So he was able to like kind of tap into the energy. I could really tell. So I appreciate that. And everybody have a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you so much, Amy. Love. Thank you. So I just wanted to just to share a couple of offerings. Just, if you are in Jamaica, some of you don't even know. Some people still think I live in Montego Bay. I don't. I live in Kingston, thank God. No offense to anybody in Mo Bay, but this is where my tribe is. And I teach a weekly yoga class here at my studio, which is not really my studio, but it is what God has blessed with me at this moment. This is where I live, and we have this beautiful gym that nobody uses. So I asked the people in our complex, could I use this as my studio? And for now, it's a whole yes. And this is where I do my thing. If you are in Jamaica, this Wednesday, so I teach definitely every Wednesday night from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. And we have a beautiful community here. And it's not about the yoga poses, it's about the community and the upliftment and the love. It's really a special space. If you are here next Wednesday the 9th is actually my 60th birthday, and I would so love you to show up for class. And I have a thank you, Buffy. And I have a special guest teacher that night. Also on the 13th, it's big, lots of celebrations, because as I said, it's not just 60, it's 30 years. It was on my 30th birthday that I told my parents I was quitting my job as an executive in a big hotel business, and I'd worked my way up and I was going to go and do a yoga teacher training. They didn't even know what yoga was. They thought I was crazy. I was 30 years old. I was on such a path of such a trajectory of, in the world of tourism and PR. My dream at that time was to be the director of tourism for Jamaica. And here I am, the director of yoga for Jamaica. Anyway, but so it's been 30 years since that birthday that I told them that. And then I went right away to that teacher training, and I really went there to deepen my own practice. And I got this massive divine download on the last day when we had finished everything and we had our ceremony, and I was looking over the hills of Massachusetts, and there was this huge voice that said, you have to bring yoga to Jamaica. And I did not want to. I didn't want that responsibility, and I knew that it would be a very hard path, but I did. And so it's I'm very emotional these days, so forgive me. I think we all are. It's huge. It's a lot. It's half my life of doing this. So this week, lots of celebrations. And if you even live out of the country, because the last one I did, people flew in from all over the place. You could think about it. I'm doing something called Yoga Beats and Brunch. It's a little event that I do at Mystic Thai, which is this amazing Thai restaurant that's open in Kingston. And I have a DJ and I have a guest instructor, and that's Sunday the 13th. And it is the most uplifting, coolest vibe. So we practice yoga to music. I have a shaman coming in from Israel who will be part of this one. And then we sit down to this gorgeous feast at Mystic Thai, and it's just like such an uplifting event. So if you're not doing anything this weekend, and wherever you are in the world, and you're just like, damn, I need a little bit of Jamaica in my life, this would be an amazing thing to just take a walk on the wild side and come. And it would mean the world to me if you came. And then one of the in-person programs that I'm teaching and that I'm absolutely loving, it's a 5-week program called this in person here at the studio. And it's 5 weeks, and it's called Radiant Aging for Any Age. And it's really about this 30 years of being on this wellness journey and condensing everything into the most important tools that we need to be able to have the strength and vitality to live through all of this turmoil and chaos in the most optimal health, so that we can be there when to be part of that new earth, right? We don't want to be sick and passing and exiting right now, right? We want to be the ones that are going to move through that caution tape I talked about, lift it up, walk through no matter what's happening, so that we can get to the other side and we can be there to share this new humanity together. I want to be there with all of you. And then last but not least, every year, I am now the wellness ambassador at the Half Moon Hotel, which is to me the most ultimate luxurious hotel in Jamaica. It's in Montego Bay. And I offer 2 retreats every year. in May. I have one May 3rd to 8th. It's a shorter retreat, 5 days. And it's everything that we've just spoke about. It's 5 days of waking up to the sun, being in meditation, grounding. One day is yoga, the next day is fitness. We have spa treatments. We end every evening with restorative yoga and meditation. It's like 5 days. And within that, there's no sugar, no alcohol, no wheat, no dairy. We cleanse the body and we really just get super grounded and prepared. So there's still some spots open in May. And then there's the next one is in October, which is a 7-day one. So everything is on my website. Maybe Lauren, you could just put in the link here, the radiant aging things, and you can just copy the link quickly and look at it when you want, or always find me on Instagram and DM me. I'm very good at responding, or WhatsApp if you have it. So without further ado, I want to close this beautiful circle. Thank you, Lauren. And thank you for all these beautiful messages. And oh, thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Oh my God, I can't. I'm like, I'm going to have to look at this later because I'm super emotional right now. And I'm so grateful for all of you to have taken the time to be here, or who get to see this on the replay. Let's close this circle. So I don't know why, but I just feel like we are going back. We are grading ourselves so that we're going back to the ways of our ancestors, where we used to gather in circle under the light of the full moons and the new moons, and in the forest around the fire. So when we gather like this online, I see us actually in a sacred place, and I see a fire in the middle of us. And I want you to visualize that with me now, that we're sitting together from all these beautiful walks of life. You know, as I said in the beginning, what I love about my community is the diversity. There is no separation. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. It doesn't matter how rich or poor you are, how fat or thin you are. It is about the community, the love, the Shakti energy. And I want you to just put that and realize how blessed that is and how rare that is. And you are part of this, and this would not be a community without you. So put yourself there in the center of this circle, and then just feel the beautiful beings all around you in this circle, and see yourself being the light and the calm in the storm of these turbulent times. Be the joy. Let a little smile come on to your face. Let your face brighten with that inner smile. Let your heart smile. Let your face smile. Just knowing that we can make a difference, and that we don't have to be loud. We don't need to shout it out off the rooftops. We don't need to protest. We don't need signs or T-shirts or caps. We just have to be the calm in the storm. We have to be the change that we want to see. And so honor yourself right now, and honor each and every human that has shown up for this in these fields of consciousness here. Just imagine that this is going to be our new reality. When we birth a new humanity, we will be living and communicating like this. And so important now is to keep your thoughts very clear, very, very uplifting. I don't want to use a word positive because we can slip into toxic positivity, but I want to use a word. There's a word I want to use. I want you to make sure that your mind, there's just purity and consciousness and love in your thoughts at all times, and catching yourself when you are not in that mindset, and just saying, oh, I'm not in that mindset. Let me go right back there. 3 deep breaths. Boom. You're there. So feel the love that we've created. Feel the upgrading of each and every one of our frequencies just by this small gathering. Feel that upgraded frequency fluttering in your heart and let it spread into every cell of your being. Being gratitude for each person that is here with you today on this journey. Let's bring our hands together in prayer and set an intention as we walk away from this gathering that without words, we're just going to experiment with everyone that we encounter, with every decision that we have to make for this day and this week and the weeks that are coming ahead, that we're just stay in the light and we be the calm in the storm and just see if we can help to change the frequency of everybody else around us. Let it just be like a little insider secret, okay, that we share. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth. Let it go. One more deep breath in. This time, exhale slowly through your nose, calmly. Drop your chin to your chest, your head to your heart in gratitude for this never-ending gift of yoga and for whatever, for the journeys that it has taken us all on, for the wisdom that it has brought to us. And let's give thanks to each other. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Keep your wisdom center, your sovereignty activated during these times. You are in charge of your thoughts. Namaste. Namaste, 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 namaste to every single one of you. I love you. Thank you for being here. Blessings upon blessings, and just be the light. Be the light. Be in the heart, and just keep this as a little secret. Just see what happens when we just stay in that sovereignty and stay in that frequency. See how you can shift everything around you. All right. And keep me posted about it. Blessings. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you so, so much for being here.
Love you, Sharon. Happy birthday week.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Happy birthday when it comes, Sharon.
Thank you.